Hello. Um, I created a Samurai Jack BrickHead and Scotsman BrickHead, um, and this video is going to be here to show you the instructions to how to assemble Samurai Jack once you receive the pieces from Lego.com, which you can custom order on the website. Um, so let's get started. First of all, you start with a 6x6 plate, black plate. This is going to be the base of the jack standee. Then you're going to want to get the 2x4 plate, a 2x4 tile, a 1x4 tile with two knobs, and a 1x4 tile with no knobs. Um, Basically, you can start by putting it anywhere inside the side. You're going to go ahead and put a 2x4 along the trim edge. Sorry for the difficulty in seeing, but then next to it, and along the frame, you're going to put the two knob 1x4, followed by the 1x4 knob or 1x4 tile by itself with no knobs. You can start seeing the shine right there off of it. This is how it's going to look. This is going to be the base of the standee. I'm going to set that aside real quick. You're going to want to get the 1x4, I guess 2x4 roof tile. It's like 2/3 roof tile. The 2x3 brick, white brick, a 1x3 light stone gray brick, and a 1x3 white piece. And right now they're not going to be connected, but we will be connecting them as they add in. So you're going to want to, because this front side is going to be his geese edge trimming. This gray part is going to be the trimming. So I'm going to position them in such a way. Next, what you want to do is to link them all together. We're going to take a 2x4 plate, white, and snap that along the roof tile and all four, so you get like a nice little crisp thing like that. We're going to take a 1x2 white piece plate and put that along the trim for that empty space right there, followed by a 1x2 gray plate, which we'll put right there along that trim. We're just trying to even out the levels, and I'm sorry, I just dropped my piece. Then what we're going to want to do is get a 1x2 or 2x2 plate, white plate, that will level out the entire field. So now everything should be like held together. Might still be a little loose. You can pinch it to make it flat, but at this point, we want to go ahead and do a 2x3 plate, white plate. That's going to go along connecting the 2x2 and the 2x4, so you can sort of see it right there. Like after that point, you can get a 1x3. This could be another 1x2, but for the sake of simplicity and cheapness, you're going to put the 1x3 to connect the 1x2 to the white, followed by another 1x3 white alongside it. And then you're going to take a 1x4 plate white piece and put that along the back side to level out the level. So you should be getting a pretty much a good connected piece by now. At this point, you can generally you should be able to just put them on the plate, and then you can build them on the plate if you like. The two knobs at the bottom make it very easy to disconnect them so it doesn't get messed up. And next you want to build his stomach. So you have the two round green pieces, and you just put that right in the center because we're going to build around that. Starting with building that around, along his left and right side, we're going to take two 1x2 light stone gray plates and put them along the left and right side of his stuff, because what we're doing now is building his belt sash along the edge. And then you have these pieces right here which have the ridge to them. They're 1x2 One side is horizontal and the other side has a vertical raise to them. So you want a horizontal setting because it's his belt sash going across his front and back. Now, when watching the series, I noticed that there was inconsistencies about sometimes it's white, sometimes it's gray. I decided to go with gray on this because I just thought it popped better and stood out more. You can easily see the ridging going on, whereas with the white, it tends to fade too much into his body, and you don't get that effect. So you're going to have it on both sides. You're going to put the 1x2s. Next, for his future arms, you got these 1x2x2 with 4 knobs. Those are going to go on the left and right side. And then we're trying to even it out. So along his back, you want to put a 1x4 white brick. So that's nice and even on the back. You're going to take a 1x1 stud and put that on each side, just like that. And in this case, since his sash covers over one side over the other, you're gonna want to have 2 sets of 1x1 plates, white and gray, and alternate them. So that this gives a little like curved overlap effect from the future gray that we're going to be adding to this. And then you're having the gray edging for his gi for his neck side, so you can see you got this like white and gray effect going on. And to carry the edging of the gi, you're going to take a 1x4 gray plate and put it on each of his left and right sides. And we're going to finish off the back side of his gray piece with a 2x2 plate, and then a 2x2 brick yellow to show his neck and chest. Now this finishes his body. The arms are both the same exact way. You can make them in either order. They're both the same style. So you're going to take a 2x3 white and a 2x2 white plate, plus the 1x2 with hook brick yellow for the arm, and we're going to attach that so it builds like a staircase, something like that. And then what we do is we're going to take the 1x2 roof tile, which is a little difficult to see, so we get that angular piece basically. I'm going to build the sleeves out of that, so you get like a sort of effect like that. And then because again the edge of the gi is gray, we're going to put like a 1x2 tile piece of the stone gray. And we're just going to do that 2 times. And on one of these, you're just going to go ahead and insert the sword piece. That will go right into the hook. Sadly, I couldn't find a black handle with silver, so I stuck with the silver. There's multiple colors available, so I put a sword at the thing. Now the nice thing is that you could do it this way if you wanted to. You could also decide to have it so he's like holding it up. You have multiple options you can do it in. You can have him holding it backwards. I chose to keep him like just standing vertical. A pose, I think is what they call it. So now for the head. For the head, you're going to start with a 2x2 red bricks for the throat, and then the 2x2 round dark stone color. This is standard for most BrickHeadz, and then the 2x2 brain brick. And what we're going to want to do here is build along the trim of this with these 2x2x1 4 knob gray stones. You want to be specific to have it in this specific order, otherwise it's going to cause some problems later. So what we want to do is have it so the top layer of the back of his head has the 2 stones here. So what we want to start with is just build around on the front with his left and right sides, get the 2 stacks. And just build it all the way around in a staggered descent, just like that. So then when you're doing the back, you're going to go ahead and make sure that these 2 right here, because this is important for when you get to the back of the head, that it's the set. It's in this order. So now from this point, again, Jack's a very tall and skinny guy. So let's start with the face, actually. So with the face, you're going to want to take 2 2x3s, brick yellow, and 2 1x4 plates for the black. This will be for his hair later on. So you put 1x4 on there, stack it up with the second 1x4, and then you're going to have the 2x3s here. So he gets a little like face head like that. This point, you're going to want to take the 1x4, 2 1x4 tiles, and the 1x4 with 2 knobs for the eyes. I just don't like having to reset those eyes, so I'm just going to keep them on the 2 knobs, 1x4, and then he's starting to get his little face. At this point, because now that we have this at the same level, you're going to take these angled 1x2s. You can see the angle from here. And we're going to just snap those on to create like a little point that he has to wear for his head. And then for the back of his head, you probably want to start with this. It's difficult to see in this picture, but it's this angled bracket piece, and that's just going to go right onto the top of his back of the head right there. We'll be using this for his top knot later. And then we're going to want to take a 1x1, 2 1x1s, and a 1x4 piece, plate. And you're going to put the plate piece right underneath the angle piece, and the 1x1s will go in the corners, just like that. So you got like a little 2x4 going on. Then you want to go ahead and take these roof tile pieces. There you go, just to show you. These roof tile pieces, they come in 1x2s as well as 2x2s. And unfortunately they don't come in 2x4s, but we'll be making a 2x4 out of it and just snapping that along the edge right there. Just like that. Okay. And then we're going to take a 1x4 tile brick yellow for his neck, and just snap that along the bottom like that. And you'll be taking a 1x4 black tile and filling in the studs along the back of the head. Now just to get it done you're going to be taking the 1x2 with a single stud and the 1x2 roof angle, I think it's arc piece. This is that one with a, let me see if I can get you a good shot of it. This has a single stud along the top, not 2 studs. So this is a center stud. You're going to put that on top of the angled piece, just like that. And then put the arc piece right on top of that, so that way it's a centered top knot. And for the head, you can sort of do this in any style you want. The important part is that you're going to have to overlap this his front head. So I like to use the 1x2 or 2x4 tile right there, just like that. So that way, when you're looking at him straight on, you won't like see the crease going straight through. You alternatively could theoretically do it this way. You can do it whatever way you want to do it in the end. It's going to be the same difference. You can put them in 2x4 like that, and then put the 1x4 like in the back. I personally just like to do the 2x4 in this style, where you're separating them like that, and then putting the 1x4 tile in just like that. Now for some of the complex areas, for each of his sides, you're going to take a 1x3 tile on both sides. It's going to be the same on both sides. So you're going to do 1x3 along this vertical edge, so you keep his face on there. Followed by from left to right on each side. I say left to right, but it's going to be reversed on each side. But you're going to get a 1x1 brick yellow tile, followed by a angled 1x2 roof for the ear, and followed by another 1x1 brick yellow tile to continue his head. So it's going to look like that on both sides, with the roof tile being the there for his ears. Now normally with BrickHeadz they tend to have a 1x2 plate underneath the ear to help make the ear stand out. Because Jack has such a narrow head, he comes off like a little too big of an ear that I wanted. So I opted to not go to the consistent 1x2. And then for comparison's sake, here's Superman. You can sort of see how his ears just sort of stick out really far, where Jack's is very narrow. So that was just an aesthetic choice for me. Saved me from ordering 1x2s as well. But you can sort of see you got the skin for his sides, just like that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take a 2x3. It's both the same on each cases. Just make sure you get the right sides. I'm just going to put them on here on the table. These are all the pieces you're going to need remaining, which is the 1x1 triangle tile, and that's going to go along the upper lip of the head, just like that, followed by the 1x1 tile to fill in that spot, and the 1x1 over here along the back head, so you got the sideburn and the rest of his head, and then you use the 2x2 to go ahead and fill in his head, and you do that on both sides. And there you go. Now you have a working Jack. I'm going to stop it here because I don't want to go ahead into the Scotsman, because this is already getting a pretty long video. But I hope you enjoyed it. And if you have any questions, you know where you can message me. Feel free on Reddit. And yeah, enjoy your little BrickHead.